certified real.
Hey, I'm a little excited.
You heard it here first. Certified real. Everybody.
You are now listening to Real Talk Podcast.
This is certified.
Welcome back, Real Talk family. We're back with another dope episode. Today we're doing a special episode for the holidays. We're going to do our top 10 Christmas movies. We got the usual suspect, myself, X, Jen, Terrell, Banks. It's going to be a dope one. As you can see, Jen is very excited for the holiday episode. So let's dive straight into this. I wanted to start this off, nice and easy and simple. So let's go ahead. Jen, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Okay, so my first one is How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey from 2000. That's a classic. It was like the pinnacle of my childhood. So that chef's kiss for me. It's a little cringe right now because like that outfit, but it really hits for me. That was like my childhood. And I prefer that one over that original animated one because this one just really hit when I was like 5, and I didn't realize it was so impactful for my childhood, And then my second one is The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. That one is like real 94. I wasn't even born yet, but it used to play on Disney Channel a lot. I'm 96. I'm 96, so I'm not that young, but it was like just 2 years before I was born. So I was... I was a little embryo, and then it used to play on Disney Channel all the time. So I used to watch that all the time. My third one is The Polar Express with Tom Hanks. I know that one's got some issues because that animation is a little weird looking back on it, but it's iconic because of those songs, that Hot Chocolate song. I did a routine to that song, so it hits for me. And, that's a classic. It's just stuff from when I was a child that I'll never forget, even if it's kind of right now.
It's not a bad top 3. It's not a bad top 3. What you got, Banks? What's your favorite Christmas movie?
All right, so of course, me and Terrell gonna hit on Home Alone. Like that's one of my I feel like that's top 5 dead or alive anywhere. My other one is gonna be Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like the acting wasn't great, but for some reason that movie hit over and over and over.
The childhood thing.
Like that's like something I could watch all the time. And then surprisingly, even though I was definitely alive when it came out, I was 3. The Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus. Hey!
That was my joint. All I remember is the hot chocolate joint with the cookie maker, the little portable on the sleigh, and then when my man blew up into Santa Claus in like a week. That's my.
I was shook.
Of my top three.
What about you, Terrell? What's yours?
Yeah, I'm a definitely second Home Alone. The first one, the second one, I'm not, I like the second one too. The only reason I like the second one is because of that scene where the dude was like, "Merry Christmas, you filthy animal," and Happy New Year. That's probably the only reason why I like the second one. I just discovered today there was a 4th one and a 5th one, and a 6th one.
They went hard with them. They went hard. I didn't see the new one. They got a new one that's on Disney right now. I haven't watched that one.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't watched that one.
Let that go.
But I'm sure. Even the difference in our generations, we know that the first 3 with Macaulay Culkin is about where we end. Because I think the 4th and the 5th is a different kid.
Yeah.
The third one is a different kid.
Okay, so it's the third one.
Yeah. Right. So the third one makes it though. Like it was a good movie, but after the third one is everything else.
I tried to watch.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to the third one as much. I think I probably watched it one time and that was it. I might have to go back and revisit it. But that's definitely my favorite Christmas movie of all time.
Solid. It was solid.
For sure. You got 2 more? You got your top 3? Everybody did their top 3, so.
Yeah.
She
led off.
I got the Grinch That Stole Christmas. Whenever I think of the Grinch, I think of Jim Carrey's Grinch. Thought he bodied
every
the role.
time. Yeah.
Bodied the role.
Hey, how you do that? For no reason? He went so hard for no reason. It was so good.
You went crazy.
I guess my third one is between the Polar Express and Daddy's Home. Is that's a Christmas movie, right?
It's a Christmas movie.
Okay.
That's a Christmas movie.
Cool.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's the one
So-
with Will Ferrell, right? Will Ferrell and
Will Ferrell and Mark
And
Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg,
Yeah.
That I thought that was pretty funny. I like the first and the second one, so those are on my list.
So my top three, I knew mine would be way different than everybody else's, but my top three is that new Jingle Jangle that came out on Netflix last year with Forrest Whitaker. That was fire. I think that might have been one of the best Christmas movies I've seen in a long time. So that's the first one that came to mind when I even thought about Christmas movies. My top two, my second one was Gremlins. Have you ever seen Gremlins? That was
Yes.
As a kid watching Gremlins, that was always fire. And it's funny because growing up, I only really watched Gremlins around Christmas time, right? Like I didn't just pop in that film at any time of the year. And then my third was The Nightmare Before Christmas, which I think is just undefeated. I think that's tough to not have that in the top three.
There's tea because people say it's also a Halloween movie. So
Cool with that. I'm cool with that.
tea,
It could be
that's
both.
tea.
It could be both.
But the
Yeah, that's
argument
my
is
top
like,
three. And it was crazy though, because I was fighting with I don't know how many of us saw Krampus. Have you ever seen Krampus?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was fighting with putting that in the top three, but I just thought horror movies might not be the best for the Christmas shit. But I'm horror all the way.
It counts.
I got like
It hit the category. It hit the category.
No, it's definitely a Christmas movie.
It was a couple that like I was like, it was a couple like Christmas horror movies that were like kind of big, I guess, when they came out. And I was like, I can see that. But what I was gonna say is a caveat to Jingle Jangle is it was good, but I feel like Christmas movies, for it to be your favorite, it kind of gotta hit that part of you that like really likes Christmas. And being an adult, I told you I'm not like a festive person. So all mine was gonna be like 90s classics anyway.
Yeah.
Oh no, Jingle
Jangle was a great movie though.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was like the representation, Black people finally on screen, on screen celebrating a holiday. Like I just it was just impossible for me not to put that in my top 10. Then when I had my top 10, I was like trying to put them in an order that I enjoy them. And just recently I remember enjoying that film the most. So
A question though, what do you guys really like classify as like a Christmas film? Because you have storylines that directly deal with the holiday. You're gonna see Santa Claus, you're gonna see the Christmas decorations, you're gonna see that 90% of the time. Then you have these other films that have, I don't know, it's something completely else going on, but it just so happens to happen during Christmas, whatever the writer.
Yeah.
But he decided that, this is gonna happen around Christmas time.
I put it like this. If I see ugly Christmas sweaters, snow, and Christmas lights, and or somebody says Merry Christmas in the movie, it's a Christmas movie. Like, cause I feel like those things are all the things you're gonna see at Christmas. It can be some Christmases you go to people's house and it still don't even look festive, but they celebrating Christmas though.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like that's like some houses who celebrate Christmas, but their house isn't decorated. It's still Christmas, like they still celebrating. So I feel like that's what gets it. Cause one of the movie that I wasn't sure about was Look Who's Talking Now with Kirstie Alley and John Travolta. The third, they like the first two movies is just about the babies talking, but the third movie is about the dogs start talking too, and then it's at Christmas time. Right. The movie got Christmas all through it, so it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, facts.
I just feel like with those characteristics, Christmas movie.
Okay, cool. So there's if you look at the movie Norbit, there's a scene in Norbit where they were role playing and Rasputia was wearing a
for anybody who don't know, that's Terrell's favorite movie. That's why he can pinpoint exactly which scene. He got the time code and everything. That's his all-time favorite movie. Just for Jen, I know Jen didn't know that. But just for the audience, anybody watching, that's Terrell's top favorite movie.
I had to throw that in there. But all jokes aside, have y'all seen The Bone Collector with Denzel Washington and Angelina Jolie?
Yes.
All right, that takes place during Christmas. That's like a whole investigation going on and whatnot. So I had that on my list, but I just wasn't sure that fit the criteria.
So I think Christmas movies, I think the problem is we need to look at it as like its own sub-genre, right? And every genre has elements, right? So that you can get drama movies, you can get, action movies that are, within horror, within romance, or whatever the case may be, and it still holds. And I do kind of agree with what you were saying, Banks, with some of those elements. And I think if the plot, like if it's around Christmas, like if Christmas is a good part of the plot, not necessarily being important to the plot, but a good part of the plot, then I think it's a Christmas movie, right? So, and I think we have a lot of movies where Christmas is either the main focus, as in like the family is literally only coming together because it's Christmas. Like This Christmas, like the movie This Christmas, like literally the only reason why they're together is because it's Christmas. They don't mention Christmas as much, or they're not as festival as like say other films like The Grinch. But the whole point, the whole reason that they're there is because of Christmas. So that it's also titled This Christmas. But I think so. I think as long as we understand that it's a subgenre and it has those certain elements, snow. It doesn't necessarily have to be, presents or singing Christmas carols or when a Santa Claus run through the mall or something for it to be a Christmas movie.
This Christmas actually made my top 8 too.
Yeah, it made mine too.
It showed the more realistic elements of Christmas.
Yeah,
dysfunction in the family.
Yeah.
People don't want to be around each other.
Yeah, definitely did. That's definitely on my top 10.
Yes, definitely up there.
That was too. I thought about that. That was like the first like Christmas movie like with Black people that I actually seen.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh shoot, like this exists. I mean, obviously
we don't really have a lot of them.
We don't. That's why Jingle Jangle was important.
It's like Jingle Jangle, This Christmas, Almost Christmas.
And then what's the one
something holiday?
Last Holiday.
Yeah, Last Holiday. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I feel like we have a lot. It's just that we don't have where they're just straight like all about Christmas, like how we think of like with the Grinch. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like for example, my mom's was watching Hallmark Channel, and right now Hallmark Channel is showing all like Christmassy romance type movies, and some of those movies be having Black casts and stuff like that. So we just it's just harder to see for whatever reason. I think maybe it's not popular for us to want to create those kind of stories, maybe.
Yeah, you know how it goes.
I can say that.
But definitely while I was doing this list, I definitely was bringing up mad old childhood movies that I watched when I was a kid, like being first introduced to like Friday After Next, like knowing now that that's a real Christmas movie compared to when I first saw it and was just like, oh yo, this is funny. You know what I'm saying? Then you got other Christmas movies that's kind of like worldwide, or at least most people know, like Elf with Will Ferrell, which was always a funny, dope Christmas movie for me. Like you mentioned, Home Alone, where we all had that connection. Like seeing Home Alone at like the same age. Like I saw Home Alone at 5 years old or something like that. Even though, Terrell and Jen are a little bit younger than us, 5 years old for them was in the 2000s. They still saw Home Alone at 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? So that's an interesting just aspect of those things. Because when you said you was 5 in 2000, it was mad funny.
I'm 96.
Yeah, they calling us young. I'm the youngest one here. Also.
Oh,
Terrell, when you was born? What year?
You see, y'all making me
running
feel
the
like
block at 97.
This dude said I was running the streets in 97.
They jumped off the porch in 97. I'm already outside.
So let's dive into it. Let's get into our top 10 list.
All right.
Y'all want to start from the bottom and go up, or y'all want to start from the top and go down?
I think it's easier to go from the top because like the bottom is so like it's so much. The top was like all of us were kind of like we was all like kind of saying the same shit, but like
I'm gonna argue. I feel like the bottom.
Yeah, me too.
We gotta start. We're kind of like, throw that down there, throw that down there, throw that down there. Yeah, here we are.
All right. Okay.
Because I think we can could get a lot of things from congestion when we start from the bottom.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Because I think it makes it a lot easier when we number the top ones too, because we already got rid of the ones at the bottom. If that makes sense.
Right, that we know. Let's put that down.
All right. So what y'all got for number 10?
Do we have any honorable mentions that are we gonna include in the bottom?
I would like to do that last. Honorable mentions.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah, I don't see not yet.
Okay.
All right. So what we got for 10?
10.
Automatically, I was gonna say This Christmas.
Okay. Are we naming movies that are not necessarily on each of our lists because none of us picked that movie?
I mean, I picked that movie.
I mean,
it was in my top 8.
Yeah, it was in my list. It just wasn't in my top 3.
Yeah, it just wasn't my top 3.
Top 8. Okay, so I guess I'm with it. I didn't hate that movie, and it was the first movie I saw with Black people in it.
As number 10, we cool with This Christmas as number 10?
Yeah.
It's valid.
This Christmas is number 10.
Valid decision.
It's valid decision. It is. Number 9. I got just me personally. Y'all tell me if y'all agree or not. Mm-hmm. I got a Jingle All the Way for like that. When you line it up with those other movies and you line it up with those, it's like, okay, I can see why this movie wouldn't be. I feel like those movies more hit the spirit of Christmas. So we can put number 9. I think Jingle All the Way can go.
I'm cool with that. I actually had it a little bit higher, but I'm cool with it right now.
I think it could have, but I'm like, I can see where like the argument would be against it being higher.
I think y'all can go all the way at number 9.
That wasn't on my list, but I'm not complaining. So
we'll take it. 8.
Yeah, what you got, Jen?
All right.
For number 8, what you thinking?
I don't know if I have an 8. Oh, okay. I know none of us mentioned this one, but I feel like it's not one of my top favorites, and people will probably crucify me. But Elf, I don't know how y'all feel about Elf.
I had Elf in my bottom from 6 to 10. I did have Elf from 6 to 10 in that list.
I thought this way everybody would have had it. That's why I'm like,
Elf for 6.
So I'm cool.
6.
I'm cool with Elf at 8.
I don't want to get killed, but
not over here. Not over here. You won't.
You ain't trusting me. Yeah,
I'm cool with Elf at what was that? What is that? At 8?
That's 8. That's 8.
Yeah, I'm cool with Elf at 8. What you got for 7, Terrell? What you thinking?
For 7? Go ahead and throw Polar Express up there, number 7.
I don't know if I could do Polar Express.
Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on.
That's so disrespectful.
Hey, man, look.
What you think? What you think, Banks? You think Polar Express deserves a top 10?
Here we go.
Think it deserves a top 10?
Here we go.
I don't know, man.
The old head stepped up.
Look.
That's tough. That's tough.
I'm gonna put it like this. They let a movie in that wasn't considered one of theirs. Like you heard them. So I'm gonna let them slide in number 7. I'm gonna let them slide.
Right.
I'm gonna let them slide.
The old head got up real quick.
Only because of the animation. And that animation has a lot to say in a bad way. So
yes, that anime, and then like the fact that only the little black girl became a meme, like that was kind of
It's just
that's funny.
I don't know.
I actually thought about being her for Halloween. I really thought about it. I think I might do it one year. I might do it. So. It's a good costume.
All right, so Banks, what you thinking for number 6?
Number 6. Let me look at the list. We gonna.
This is when it starts to get a little tough for real.
Tough.
Hey, look, Home Alone 2, because 2 to me, 2 has some hit. 2 hits.
Okay.
2 hits.
I don't know.
It's not topping number 1, but 2 hits.
I feel the way I feel about it is I don't think 2 Home Alones is in the top 10. And if I was gonna pick a Home Alone, I'm gonna pick the
If you
original,
won,
like the first one.
Yes,
Yeah, the
facts.
first one.
Big
If I was
facts.
gonna pick a
Facts.
Home Alone,
It's the better.
but I think there's some movies that's definitely better than Home Alone 2, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know but I think I think we're gonna put Home Alone 2 here, and then when we get into our top 5, we're gonna be like, all right, something gotta move, something gotta shift. And Home Alone 2 is definitely gonna be the one that's gonna have to shift low key.
See, if it was up to me, I'd put both of them in there, but I see what you're saying. I see what
You put Norbert in there too if it was up to you.
Oh, absolutely. Put it at number 3. Put it at number 3.
Because really, Polar Express can slide before Home Alone 2, but
I agree. But we already okayed that at 7.
I mean,
but if when we get up, I'm gonna put Home Alone 2. But as we move up, something gotta go. It's gonna be Home Alone 2 for sure.
Placeholder. It's a placeholder.
Yeah, just let's put Home Alone 2 as a placeholder for number 6 right now.
Hey, it's still a classic. I don't care. It's still a classic.
It's definitely still a classic. It's definitely still a classic.
Number 5, Jen, what you got?
Number 5. Okay. I feel like okay, I don't know. I'm trying to think like how you guys feel, like how high is the Grinch for y'all? Because I don't know. It's high for me, but I don't want to make sure we're all on it even.
It's high for me.
He bodied
for me.
He
It's
bodied
for me.
me.
Is yeah.
I think Grinch top 3. I would hold on to Grinch.
Okay.
When you have a film that comes out before it, and then we don't even think about it no more after you do it, you got it.
Okay. All right.
So we're good on that.
Santa Claus. Where are we at on the Santa Claus? Is that higher, or are we giving that? We're at 5, right?
Wait, which one?
See, okay, so this is what I'm gonna say. For me, definitely Gremlins is number 5, right? So it gives the elements of Christmas 100, and it gives horror. And I would put Gremlins at 5, and then I would put Santa Claus at 4, if that makes sense. That's what I had on my list. Because I do agree, but I think I don't think we're gonna agree on the Gremlins, even though Gremlins is definitely one of the best films that we have out here.
What?
I think it's a Christmas movie.
And
Gremlins?
It's a good movie. Have you seen Gremlins?
Christmas movie, and it's a good movie. I didn't think of it when I was doing the list though. Like didn't even.
That's what I'm saying. Most people don't think of it because they think of like the horror aspect of it first. But when you really sit down and you watch it and you pay attention, it's definitely one of the best Christmas movies we've seen in a long time. Like even since it dropped late 80s, early 90s. Like it's Christmas all over it. You know what I'm saying? So I would put that at my 5, and then I would put Santa Claus at 4. What do y'all think of that?
I mean,
I could see Santa Claus, the Santa Claus,
but that makes our top 3 tough.
The top 3 though, it's like I feel like 1 and 2 for sure is done. I feel like I think we'll all be in agreement on 1 and 2.
I think so too, but
I think we all thinking the same 2 movies for 1 and 2, whether they fall.
So I really hope so.
All right, but 3.
Let's do this. So we're gonna go this Christmas, jingle from bottom to top. This Christmas, Jingle All the Way, Elf, Polar Express, Home Alone 2, Gremlins, Santa Claus, and then how about we go? I want to see what everybody's top 3 is, and then we can match them. Because like you said, I do believe that it's going to be, but I want to see. So let's just say our top 3 and see which ones match.
Number 3, Die Hard. Die Hard. That's what I got at number 3.
What you got at number 3, Jim?
I don't know if I have a 3. I have a top 2. And that's it.
All right, what you got at 3?
I'm gonna go. What for number 3? Daddy's Home.
Daddy's Home. And I got Die Hard. I got Die Hard at 3. I did have Die Hard at 3.
There we go. Die Hard.
All right, so we're going Die Hard at 3.
All right.
Die Hard
2. As we just gonna keep the same order and go around.
Why not?
2.
I have the Grinch Sofa.
You got to go with the Grinch. I feel like you kind of got to go with the Grinch.
It's almost like it's kind of like, how couldn't you go with the Grinch? Like it's like he took the role, and then they came out with another movie like 2 years ago, and nobody even remembers it. Okay, so I think we are all in agreement that the number 1 movie is Home Alone. Everybody's on it. We're still off, but we got it. Everybody's on the same page. Home Alone was definitely that. It's the first movie I want to watch. Like it's the only movie I could watch every Christmas and never get tired of it. Like I agree.
And
it don't even got to be Christmas it's time for me to watch that shit.
Our list is actually pretty solid. We got Home Alone at number 1, Grinch at number 2, Die Hard at 3, Santa Claus at 4, Gremlins at 5, Jingle Jangle at 6, Polar Express at 7, Elf is at 8, Jingle All the Way at 9, and This Christmas at 10. I think that's a solid list.
And
do y'all have it? Go ahead.
Honorable mention. That's what I was gonna say.
Do y'all have any honorable mentions y'all like to throw up there?
I want to say Bad Santa with Billy Bob Thornton.
I wanted to talk about Bad Santa because Bad Santa is literally hilarious.
Almost threw that on
I did want to talk about Bad Santa, son. Because Bad Santa is hilarious.
Almost Christmas.
Yeah.
Almost Christmas.
Friday After Next. I wanted to throw up. I wanted to give an honorable mention. And I'm gonna say Krampus every time because that shit was fire to me. And that's like the horror movie that's solely based straight on Christmas. It's crazy. Like it's just strictly Christmas. That's all it's about.
Literally.
And The Nightmare Before Christmas. We can't forget The Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's a classic.
Facts.
I think, okay, my honorable mention is, have any of you guys seen Rise of the Guardians? It's an animated movie from like 2012.
It's like they like Christmas warriors.
Yeah, they're like, it talks about like how each like
I think Jack Frost is the main character.
Yeah, how Jack Frost started, how like how he was a kid who like died and like he came alive in the spirit of Jack Frost, and like the Easter Bunny came alive. It's like that type of like origin story. It's animated, but it low-key hits. If you ever catch it on TV, it usually plays on like the ABC Freeform Christmas thing. So if it ever plays, it's kind of deep. It's so much deeper than I thought. And like it's one of those movies for kids that adults can watch and get something out of it. You know what I mean? So
what's the story of what's the like the shit with Scrooge in it? What is it called? I've never known the name of the
A Christmas Carol?
Christmas Carol.
Yeah. I forgot about that one actually.
It was like one of those, it was just like a Christmas story. It was like one of those things I felt like they used to always try to like force
people to watch, And
it's like I don't really want to watch it.
I wasn't really a fan,
I never like really wanted to watch that shit.
You know, yeah, I forgot about that one. That's a classic. The whole, the three ghosts of Christmas past.
Yeah, and then like they done different iterations of it. Like every TV show did it in the 90s.
Carrey's one too. In like 2009 or 10 or something.
Even Scrooge McDuck, they did it with the duck.
There's another one with I forget the actor's name, but it's like 4 Christmases or something like that, where they go to each other's like family members' houses. It's with
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, Reese Witherspoon and the other tall, Vince Vaughn. That low key hit. That was a low key that hit.
It was funny. I think they was getting divorced and they like stayed together for like the holidays or some shit.
They didn't want to like tell their family or something like that.
Something like that.
And they had to go to each family member's house. It wasn't bad.
They wanted Christmas on their own, and then I think like they were about to head out for the plane and like go to Hawaii or whatever, and it got canceled. So then their family was like, "Well, come with us." So then they're going to mom's dad's. So good one.
Also, I remember when I was younger too, they had like Jack Frost horror Christmas movies where like Jack Frost the snowman was kind of like just killing people.
Yo, they
used to always be in the type movies.
They used to always be in the video store.
Yeah,
they used to always be in the video.
I used to watch them. Horror is my thug business.
Because it came out the same time when Michael Keaton did the Jack Frost movie. Yo, slept on it.
We did sleep on the Jack Frost.
I have not seen that. I've not seen that.
The Michael Keaton joint.
Yeah.
Oh, he like dies and his spirit goes into like his son's snowman.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. And like it's like the snowman's got like the evil eyebrow type thing.
No, that's actually
probably thinking of the horror. The horror
film. The horror film is something else.
You're probably thinking of the horror one.
Yeah.
But Michael Keaton
one isn't a horror movie though.
Yeah,
his isn't a horror movie.
Family movie.
Damn, I really don't know. I have not seen that.
They actually had it on like a week or so ago. Or something like that.
Well, I mean, is it really horror? Like, am I gonna be
the actual Jack Frost horror movies? Like they fucking people up.
They have a bunch of different movies called Jack Frost. Like the Michael Keaton one is called Jack Frost, and that was made in 1998. That's the one where he passes away and he becomes his son Snowman,
I
and
mean,
they
but
have a
she
whole
was
family.
like 2. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true too.
so
It was before your time.
He was like 2. Terrell probably didn't even register that.
Yeah, he wasn't even watching TV. He was still Google guy.
Word.
All right, calm down.
All right, so let's go ahead. That was a dope show, dope conversation. I think our top 10 was definitely solid. Definitely, the audience watching, go ahead and let us know what's your favorite Christmas movie. Happy holidays to everybody. Happy holidays to the cast, to the host. I definitely appreciate y'all, coming in, giving your insights. Definitely needed. And that's the show. Appreciate y'all. Go ahead and hit like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell your mother, tell your father, your brothers, your sisters, your friend. Tell the dude at the bus stop. Go ahead and
Yo, tell
appreciate
people.
y'all.
No, wait. Tell people at the dinner table.
Facts.
Why y'all
Facts.
pray over the food?
Yeah, I didn't do it for
Right after you say
Thanksgiving.
grace.
Follow the podcast. Y'all
Follow
passing.
Real Talk Podcast.
Y'all passing the salt. You might as well pass over the podcast information.
Might as well. This is a show for
Grandmother's potato
Granny.
salad is dry anyway.
Everybody who wants the
Exactly.
show.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas! Certified real.
Hey, I'm a little excited.
You heard it here first. Certified Real. Everybody.
You are now listening to Real Talk Podcast.
This is Certified